What if I told you that the legendary Yeti, the creature of myth and folklore, has just been spotted? And not in some blurry decades-old photo, but in crystal-clear footage captured just last week. Stick around, because what you're about to see might change what you believe about the world's hidden mysteries. For centuries, tales of a massive ape-like creature roaming the snowy peaks of the Himalayas have captivated us. Known as the Yeti, or the Abominable Snowman, this elusive being has been a staple of local legends and a holy grail for cryptozoologists worldwide. But despite countless expeditions and eyewitness accounts, concrete proof has remained just out of reach, until now. We've just received exclusive access to footage from a team of wildlife researchers who were deep in a remote, uncharted forest in the Himalayan foothills. They weren't looking for the Yeti. Their mission was to study the migration patterns of the Himalayan black bear, using a network of high-definition, motion-activated trail cameras. For weeks, their cameras captured the usual suspects: bears, snow leopards, and red pandas. But then, on the 7th week, one camera recorded something that defied all explanation. Let's look at the footage together. It was captured at dawn, and you can see the morning mist hanging low in the trees. The first thing you'll notice is the sheer scale. A massive, bipedal figure walks from left to right across the frame. It's covered in what appears to be thick, shaggy, off-white fur, perfectly suited for a cold environment. Its gait is slow, deliberate, and incredibly powerful. This is no person in a suit. The muscle movement under the fur, the way its weight shifts with each step, it's fluid and completely natural. Our team has already sent this footage to several independent experts for analysis. A forensic anthropologist noted the creature's proportions are unlike any known primate. The arm length, the broadness of the shoulders, the shape of the head, it doesn't match a gorilla, an orangutan, or a human. The way it navigates the difficult, uneven terrain with such ease suggests a creature perfectly adapted to this environment. The expert said, and I quote, "If this is a hoax, it's the most sophisticated and anatomically convincing one I have ever seen." Now let's zoom in on the details. Look at the face. While it's partially obscured by the fur and the angle, you can make out a pronounced brow ridge and a flattened, dark-skinned face. It's eerily humanoid, yet distinctly non-human. And the footprints it leaves behind are massive. The research team went back to the location a day later and found deep impressions in the damp soil. They measured over 16 inches long and nearly 8 inches wide. Plaster casts were made, and they show a flat foot with 5 distinct toes, including a non-opposable big toe, which is different from other great apes. This detail is crucial because it suggests a creature designed for walking upright, not for climbing trees. So, what could this be? Skeptics might immediately jump to the conclusion that it's a bear. The Himalayan brown bear can walk on its hind legs for short distances. However, the gait in this video is not the clumsy, waddling walk of a bear. This creature moves with a smooth, striding motion that is sustained for the entire duration it's on camera, which is nearly 45 seconds. Furthermore, the body shape is all wrong for a bear. The figure is leaner, with longer limbs, and a defined neck and shoulders. Bears are much bulkier and have a more conical head shape. Another theory is that it's an undiscovered species of primate. The Himalayas are a vast and largely unexplored region. It's entirely possible that a relict population of an ancient ape, like the Gigantopithecus, could have survived in these isolated valleys, evolving in seclusion for thousands of years. Gigantopithecus was a giant ape that lived in Asia millions of years ago, and some scientists believe it could be the ancestor of the Yeti legend. The creature in this video certainly fits the size description. Let's talk about the local legends. The Sherpa people of Nepal have stories about the Yeti going back generations. For them, the Yeti is not a monster, but a respected part of the natural world, a guardian of the mountains. They describe 2 types: the smaller mede, similar to what we see in this video, and the larger, more imposing zude. These stories have often been dismissed by the outside world as folklore. But could this footage be the first real evidence that these tales are based on a real living animal? Many local elders who were shown the video reacted not with shock, but with a knowing calm, saying, "Yes, that is him." This sighting adds to a long history of compelling evidence. Think of the famous 1951 photos of footprints taken by mountaineer Eric Shipton, or the scalp kept in the Kumjung Monastery, which, although DNA tests were inconclusive, has long been revered as a genuine Yeti relic. Each piece of the puzzle, on its own, can be questioned. But when you put them all together, a compelling picture begins to emerge. This new footage could be the cornerstone that finally validates decades of research and anecdotal evidence. The implications are staggering. If the existence of the Yeti is confirmed, it would be the most significant zoological discovery of our lifetime. It would force us to redraw the primate family tree and rethink our understanding of evolution and survival. It would also raise important questions about conservation. If this magnificent creature exists, its habitat is under threat from climate change and human encroachment. We would have a moral obligation to protect it. The research team is planning a follow-up expedition, armed with more advanced equipment, including thermal imaging drones and environmental DNA samplers. They hope to collect fur or fecal samples that could provide the definitive DNA proof the world has been waiting for. We are following their story closely and will bring you any updates as soon as they happen. What do you think? Is this the real deal? Are we looking at the first ever clear footage of the legendary Yeti? Or is there another explanation? I've watched this clip at least 100 times, and every time I see something new that convinces me we're on the verge of a monumental discovery. The sheer power and grace of this creature, moving through its natural habitat, is absolutely breathtaking. It's a humbling reminder that our planet still holds deep secrets, and there are wonders yet to be found in its wildest corners. We want to hear your theories in the comments below. Let's get a discussion going. Analyze the footage, debate the possibilities, and share your perspective. What do you see? Do you believe? Thanks so much for joining us on this incredible journey into the unknown. If you're as fascinated by mysteries as we are, make sure to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you don't miss our follow-up reports on this amazing story. Until next time, keep exploring.